Hey Rob, it's Leslie, and I'm just here to present to you my final presentation for our class. So I guess first things first, the company that I did was called VINT. It's a vintage thrift website that I did for my friend originally. He never really gave me like a specific name to name the company, so he was just kind of like, do whatever you want. So I did a logo that was just called Vint, short for vintage, and I kind of made it look like that old like vintage video game looking font. So if I look to the left a couple times, it's just because I have the rubric pulled up on my phone so I can run through everything for you to make sure that I have everything. So the first thing is the two menus. So I have my nav up here at the top, and then at the bottom here I have my footer. And in the footer, I do have a couple links. I have a contact link for the contact form. I have my account, an about us page, and a privacy policy page. Um, and then this is the child theme that we've been using since the beginning, the understrap one. And then if you can see, it is responsive. And if you scroll up, it has the little hamburger menu at the top, so you can go through everything. And then just making this back to the large size, full screen. And then for the sticky footer for the shallow pages, I did that, but I don't necessarily have any shallow pages that I could really show you that on. Um, they're all pretty filled with stuff, so. And then going to the featured products landing page with the featured tag, that is the landing page, the home page right here. So I have 4 featured products. And then when you click on each of them, they each have the tag featured. This is the first one, a 49ers shirt. Second one is a 90s t-shirt with the tag featured. Third one with the tag featured is an AC/DC t-shirt. The fourth one and last one for featured with the tag is a Betty Boop t-shirt. And then I already showed you the mobile view that is responsive. And then there's also the product search here at the top. So if I already searched a couple things to make sure it was working. So if I search shirt, for instance, it's going to pull up everything that I've labeled t-shirt, which is a lot of my stuff. And then there's the second page. It has 2 more on there. Going back to the home. The coupon code, I made like a separate featured page aside from the stuff on the home page. So if I scroll down, it has use coupon code first thrift for 10% off your order, and then I can show you that it works. So I'm just going to add the 90s t-shirt to my cart, and then I'll do view cart, and then I've already tested, I don't need honey, and then I already tested the first thrift, and if you apply that, oh, I already did apply it, that's my bad, but it is applied, and it took off $1.20, so I got it for $10.80 instead of $12. So just removing that from my cart and going back to the shop. Reviews are not spammable. I think I already showed you that from my one homework assignment where you can't spam them with anything that's like inappropriate. I also have the social media buttons that I installed with Jetpack. So I have Twitter and I have Facebook here, and I can show you those working. So here's the Facebook one. Okay, it's not letting me close that. And then here's the Twitter one. I don't really use Twitter, but that's the Twitter one working. And then the contact form, which is at the bottom here. This is functional. I've sent you one before. I'm sure you probably still have it in your email, hopefully. And then for the products, that's on my shop page. And I have 21 products. I know you only asked for 8, but I did a couple more than 8. And then I have a couple on this page as well. And then for branding, for the color palettes that match my branding, I stuck with like this really cool like burnt orange. I don't know, I feel like it looks like very like 90s looking, so I stuck with that. And then on the features page, I also did like this like teal green color that I think works really well with the burnt orange. And then I already went over the logo with you. And then typography, I use pop-ins throughout my entire site just because I feel like it's like a sort of fun sort of font. I just felt like it worked really well with what I was trying to go for with the vintage vibes of the website. So for pages, I have the home, which is obviously this page right here. Featured products, which I already showed. I just have the same four that are on my home page and the coupon code down there. Shop page, I showed you all my products and some on the second page as well. And you can also sort them too by popularity, average rating, latest, low to high price, and high to low prices. And then I also have a My Account, which I'm kind of already logged into. And then going on to the privacy policy. I just did a privacy policy generator, so I just put in like all my information for the company, and then I just put it into the site to make it look a little bit more official. And then also the About Us page. So About Us, welcome to VINT, your #1 source of all things thrifty. We're an online thrift store based in Philadelphia, PA. We're dedicated to giving you the very best vintage finds around with a focus on quality, uniqueness, and customer loyalty. We hope you enjoy our thrifty products as much as we enjoy offering them to you. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to contact us. Make sure you check out our sweet inventory. Some of our featured products can be seen down below right here. And don't forget to check us out on our socials. So that's just the little about page, and then again I have like the featured products there, so that way they can start shopping from the About Us page. And then I do have a couple of those in the footer as well. So I have My Account and About Us down here that I also have in the top nav as well. And then these are just my images. They're not too heavy, like they don't slow my site down. My site loads pretty fast. And accessibility, I did put a couple alt tags on just the images. I didn't really focus on that too much, even though it's something I wish I could have focused on a little bit more. So yeah, and then I think you might be able to see this. This is just the questions that you put in the Slack channel that I answered, so I just took some notes so I wouldn't forget them. So the first one was how to echo the value of a variable in PHP in your WordPress context. So I just have a couple bullets. Use echo followed by the variable name, and then I just have an example of like a little code sample, like a code line. Second bullet, variable must be globalized to access it, because if it's not globalized, it's not going to work for you. Third one, use WordPress's filter system by creating a function within the functions.php file and echoing the applied filters into your template. The second one that you asked was how to enqueue a style sheet. So the way you enqueue a style sheet is to use the function wp _enqueue _style, and that's going to be put in your functions.php file, and it applies a style if the source is correctly provided. The third question is how to overwrite a parent theme and a child theme. How to do that is make the parent theme function check if a function with the same name has been ran, and if it has been ran, the parent function will not run. The fourth one, how to override a template provided by Woocommerce. And how to do that is to move the template file into your child theme's Woocommerce folder and make your overrides to the template. Fifth one, how custom page template works. First bullet, create a PHP file with a line initially declaring the name of the template. Then you want to save that into your themes folder directory, and then next you can select this as a template for your page, like in the WP admin WordPress site. And then number 6, how to use a WordPress action hook and WordPress filter hook. So an action takes the info it receives, it does something with it, and then doesn't return anything. So basically it acts on something and then exits, returning nothing back to the calling hook. And then the filter hook takes the info it receives, modifies it, and returns it. And basically that just means it filters something and passes it back to the hook for further use. And then the last question that you had in the Slack was how WordPress and WooCommerce handle image sizes. So I just have like some examples. If your settings are looking for a 500 pixel image for your product page and a 150 pixel image on your catalog page, but you only upload a 150 pixel image, then WooCommerce will automatically enlarge your image, causing it to look blurry. And then the second part of the question that I answered is just that an image that's oversized will slow your site down. And for example, like 800 by 1000 pixels is usually like an ideal size because it's not going to be like too blurry, and it's not going to slow your site down because it's not too large. Usually you can get away with that size, so that's why it's like more so the ideal size. So yeah, that is my final website. I had a really great semester. I thank you so much for teaching me everything that I learned. I definitely learned a lot in this class, more than I thought I was going to, because last year when we had PHP, I kind of struggled a lot with it because it just wasn't the best like situation for the class. So yeah, I definitely learned a lot, and I actually really, really love working with WordPress, and I hope to work with it in the future for sure. So, I guess I'll see you next semester in our capstone class. So, yeah, have a good holiday, and thanks again.